What's up, everybody? Coach Mills here, coming at you with a brand new Valorant video. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down what we absolutely need in patch 3.03, because we've had two patches that have basically been absolutely nothing, and there is a lot of content that we need to cover. So let's just jump right in, things that we absolutely need. So I'm going to be breaking this up into 4 categories: changes that we know are coming soon, changes that we absolutely need, changes that would be really cool to have, and changes that might be a little bit controversial. Kicking it off with that first category, changes that are coming soon. We know that the Yoru rework has been in the works for quite some time, and they said it was going to be early episode 3, so I actually expect it in this next patch. Yoru has been in a sorry state with very little pro pick rate and rank pick rate alike, and a rework has been in place for a long time. Now, as far as what that's going to be, we have no freaking idea. However, I'm pretty sure they're reworking his fake walk mechanic, and like I said, I want there to be a deafen mechanic where you could press it maybe for 3 seconds, you make no freaking noise. That would be absolutely nuts. But how do you want your rework? Definitely let me know in the comments down below. Now, also, we are going to be getting a 5v5 team-based mode. Now, we don't know what that's going to be. There's speculation that it's going to be very similar to something like Clash, where it's a 5v5 structured ranked mode, and that would be so freaking cool to see. It would be really cool if you could like set up a team and play other teams. That would be awesome. I don't know what they're going to do with this, but I do think it has a lot of potential. That would be insane if there was like mini cash tournaments or something like that. That'd be freaking awesome. Now, the next category that we got to go to is changes that we absolutely need. But if you want to support the channel, first go to the GameLeap website down below and smash that like and subscribe. But let's get back into the content. So the changes that we need, and these are changes that I think are so damn important to the future of the game. And the first one is the fact that we don't need agents, we don't need maps, we need extra freaking features. The #1 feature, in my opinion, is a VOD replay system. Better for content creation, better for improving, analyzing your own VODs, being able to scrim and coach. There's just so much that goes into this game. It's a super competitive game, and people that are trying to educate don't have the tools to fully actually help people improve because there's no VOD replay system. Think about all the cool shit we could do. We could do VOD reviews, we could do Hacker Hunt, we could do Guess the Smurf. There's just so much damn content we could do, and then individually y'all could review your own gameplay. It's just really a very important thing that I think we need, and I want it as soon as possible. Now, another thing that a lot of you have been asking for in the comments is to play in training in queue. Being able to play your training mode while you're queuing for a comp game, that is definitely something that I think they can add, and then they can make queue times maybe a little bit longer and make the games a little bit more balanced, and then we have something to do in the meantime. I think everyone wins in that scenario. Now, the next thing I think we need is modified training modes. Aim labs and Kovacs, those are fine, but being able to play with the recoil of the guns in the game, with the guns, with the abilities, that would be freaking amazing in a modified training session. So they should definitely make some and give us some options. Oh, and a side note, Jet's freaking knives should reset on kill against the training bots. That's just, come on. And then the last thing that we definitely need is fixed frame rate issues. Now, of course, if you have a really high-end computer, you're not having these problems, but many people in our community, even I, have been having frame rate issues. Now, I don't have the most juiced computer in the world, but honestly, every single update, it feels like the frames get worse in some way, or a giant portion of the fan base has like bad frames or worsening frames, when really this game should not be that demanding. This isn't no Cyberpunk. They're not super hyper detailed graphics. It's not giant worlds that you have to scale. It's a freaking like cel-shaded goddamn FPS arena game. I think one of the most important things before we get anything new is consistent 144 FPS or above on even bad computers. I think most people would agree. Now, the next category is changes that would be cool, and the first change that I think would be super sick is a map editor. Everyone freaking wants a map editor, and it would be insane to be able to design our own maps, design our own training courses, and yeah, this would just be wild. And I think that the community would just make some of the best maps that you could ever dream of, and I think it'd be really, really cool. Or to be able to play Valorant on remakes of maps like CSGO maps and things like that. Definitely really cool, and an idea that I think would add a lot of replayability to the game outside of just the main competitive mode. Now, another thing that I would really love is more crosshair options. I think a lot of people would like this, where you could have maybe a circle or a triangle or a hexagon or whatever the hell you want. More crosshair options would definitely be pretty freaking cool. And the last change that I think would actually be cool is a 1v1 or a 2v2 map and mode. That would be really nuts to be able to do this. This is one of my favorite things to do. That's like one of the only things I did in CS. I didn't really play the game that much, but I did 1v1 and 2v2 my friends occasionally, and I think it would be amazing to add in Valorant. Definitely smash that like and subscribe and let me know down below if you agree. Now, the last category that we got to talk about are changes that might be controversial. So there's two characters that are seeing very little pro pick rate, and honestly, they're pretty underpowered for ranked, and that's Brim and Breach. Now, Breach just got a freaking rework, and he is definitely a lot different than he was before, but he has not increased in pick rate when his counterpart Sky increased quite massively. Now, on top of that, Brim is a character that has kind of been floating in this like good to fill as a controller, but not better than the other options available, and these characters could definitely use some buffs. However, there is an argument to be made that some characters can just stay bad and they don't need to be tier 1. I mean, Brimstone is still going to be perfectly fine in rank. There are people that climbed to Immortal with Brimstone only. We talked about a Brimstone one trick on one of our previous streamer videos. So really, these characters can be fine at the lower rank, but for those of you who main these characters, you would definitely want their power level to be increased. So I asked the question to you, do you think Brim and Breach need to actually be buffed so that he can compete with the other options, or do you think they're fine in their current state? And is there any other character in the game that you think deserves a nerf or a buff? Definitely let me know in the comments down below, and go to the GameLeap website if you want in-depth advanced guides over every single thing in patch 3.0. We got tons of content, so go check it out. But thank you so much for coming by. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I love your damn faces, and I'll see you next time.